Okay, so this is my display for the week. So what I tried to do was to create a sort of abstract or surreal approach to a window display. My idea, my concept was things falling out of a box, clothes falling out of a box, and things just kind of fall together, which I sort of included in the design. But I'll talk about that a little later. So for what my display is, it is three ottomans stacked on top of each other, and those work as my boxes. And then I decided to take the lids of the ottoman and spread them out throughout the display um, to use them creatively to create levels and things to look at and ways to fill space, and also disguise some things that were part of my background. Um, and let's see. For my mannequin, um, I sort of broke my mannequin apart to work for my concept for this. So I have my pants, which are filled with like a bubble wrap stuffing, as well as two. There's a golf club and a cane in there that help them kind of stick out and stay in the position that they're at. Similar thing with my shirt sleeve right there. And then I have my hanger at the very top with my vest. Um, and then I also used this table over here as sort of a platform to put stuff on, as well as to further the display and add a little bit of sideways action to it. For my colors, I decided to stick with gray, black, and white, but then I decided to throw purple in there for a pop of color, and then there's also hints of brown, and I put the table was brown, so I decided to carry out some of the brown that you see with that hanger and the shoe right here, and then you have your hints of purple and the tie and in that shirt sleeve. For height and layers, the Tower of the Ottomans is the height element to it. And I wanted to kind of keep going up, and I wanted it to kind of draw your eye down with things to look at all the way down, with the vest being on top, and then you just being drawn by the signs, by the purple down at the bottom. But then with the pant leg, it sort of draws you over this way, and you see that it's sitting on something, and that something is this desk which has more things. So for here, because this doesn't reach as tall, I tried to still add some height elements to it. So I thought with the abstract concept, I stacked three fedora type hats, each facing a different direction, which goes back to the theme. And then I have the ottoman tops to give more things to look at. So that's how I try to create height and layers throughout my piece. For my props, I decided to use a camera as a prop because I felt like there was something, because it's an abstract piece and abstract pieces are sometimes seen as editorial. I thought putting a camera there would sort of add to that idea of it being an editorial thing to look at. Oh, it looks cool. It looks like something you should take a picture of. So putting the camera in there is sort of a not so subtle hint at that. And then I also put sunglasses throughout as well. And one of the themes again was this idea of there's three of everything. So there's like three ottomans, there's three tops, there's three hats, there's three sunglasses, three ties, three shoes. But one thing I think is cool was that the shoes are in different positions and each shoe is different. And then there's a reason for that as well. Same thing with the ties and the hats and the sunglasses. For my lights and signs, I decided to. It's a little bit hard to tell. So I have this outdoor lighting over here, which is simulating what it would light that would come in from a the sunlight and an actual display. But I also have this overhead lighting that is beaming down directly onto it. Of course, I would want it to be a little bit brighter, especially when, and it would stand out more during the nighttime when the sun isn't as strong. So ideally, it would be a little bit stronger to sort of highlight this display and maybe cast some shadows that would make it look as cool as I envision it in my head. Also, I have lights that exist inside and on the bottom and also down here. So my idea for that was to try to highlight each box. Now, again, they don't stand out as much as they could. The idea for it is for the lights to pop and to make it and make each box look like something is like there's light coming out of each box. There's something creative. There's something coming out of each box. An element of mystery, but again, it's kind of shunned by the sunlight. So those are lights that I would want to be able to stand out a little bit more, but I tried to put those in. And then for my signs, I have little tags all throughout that sort of add to the theme of the display. It says level backwards, but it doesn't matter that it's backwards because it's a palindrome. And then I have surreal with one of the R's turned around, and then I have idea with one of the E's turned around. And the idea for that was to sort of add to the kooky nature of the display. Ideally, I'd have them on some card that matches the look and feel of the display, and written in a font that matches the display. Also, I have this sign here that is that fits the vibe of the display. It says, "Don't think outside the box, flip it over and see what falls out." Which is just a little quote that I made up. It might exist somewhere, but I just made it up to match my concept. And I think that seeing that quote there really helps somebody understand what's going on in the display, and how it doesn't make sense, but like, why are there 3 hats like this? Why are there pants coming out sideways? Why is there a vest with the hanger upside down? And why is there a shirt coming out of the bottom of that? So it just sort of, it helps you understand the concept. And then I have buy 2 of any item and get the third half price. So for that, it goes back into the idea of 3. So you buy 2 sunglasses, or you get 2 sunglasses, you get the third one half price. You do 2 ties, you get the third one half price. You get 2 pair of shoes, you get the third pair half price, so on and so forth. So that sign helps you understand what sale that the store is having, but it also can help you interpret, if you're trying to look into the meaning behind the display. Oh, well, why are there 3 of this and 3 of that, and why are they scattered all about? Well, oh, okay, well, it's a visual display, but it's also has with a message behind it, but it also works for the sale that the store is having right now. For my pivot piece, I think that the 3 hats to me sort of help you understand that it's a fancier type of display, but also the tower is the most eye-catching thing about the display. So I say if it's a clothing thing that's my pivot piece, it's the 3 hats. But if it's in the display itself, it's going to be the tower. I don't think I have any faux pas in here, maybe except for the brown shoe. But again, I did that to match with the table and the hanger. For safety, I can't remember if I addressed safety, but for safety, I would have the towers, I'd have them bolted down, or fastened together somehow. And same thing for the tops. The tops can fall over, so I'd have them on some sort of stand that can keep them propped up. Or again, fastened to the bottom or to the surface that they're on, to the table. Um, and then I would tie the mannequin leg into the back of that because you can't see it. Um, and um, yeah, safety was a concern on this one just because the tower could fall over. But as long as they're bolted together, the square nature of it makes it so it's kind of hard for them to fall over. The real safety concern is actually with the lids or with the tops of them. And then something else I should just point out is that with the display, I strategically place stuff to cover that outlet and as well with that door stopper. So some of the things that I have are strategically placed to hide those things. Um, and yeah, I believe that is everything in the video, or everything in my display. Um, I hope that it is clear and I hope that it does the assignment. I had a good time creating the concept for this. Um, and I tried really hard to bring it to life. And in my mind, I wish it could be bigger and brighter. But with what I got, this is what I came up with. So I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you so much.